Hey there, my name is Sophia Mondos, and I'm here today at Sarasota County's IFAS Extension Office, and I am the Sustainability Outreach Coordinator here. Mindy Hannick, our Garden Coordinator, is going to join me here today to help me show you two different resources that we have out of our Extension Office that you can find at any Sarasota County Public Library. One of them is the Family Green Living Kit, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about our kit that we have available at the libraries, which can help you live more sustainably or green in your everyday life. And then Mindy is going to show you a seed tape activity, which can be found also within that kit. Alright, so like I said, we're going to learn a little bit more about sustainability today. Sustainability means living your life in a way that when you have kids one day and your kids have kids one day, they live in a world that is just as clean and safe and healthy and abundant as it was when you were living in it. So that we are leaving behind a world that is the same, if not better, for those that come after us. So that's all about what our Family Green Living Kit is. And like I said before, you can find this Family Green Living Kit at any Sarasota County Public Library for free checkout. And it is full of interactive books and activities that you can do as a family or with kids of any age. And all of these different activities and books, they teach you about different concepts of sustainability and how you can live more sustainably through your everyday actions. No matter how big or small they are, anything that you can do to live more green does have an impact on our world and is helpful. So now let's join me for a live reading of one of the books from our Family Green Living Kit in a different part of our building. And now we're going to do a live reading of Before We Eat from Farm to Table by Pat Bresson. As we sit around this table, let's give thanks as we are able to all the folks we'll never meet who helped us provide this food we eat. They plowed the ground and planted seeds. Tended fields, removed the weeds. They picked the food at harvest time, working in the heat and grime. They grazed the cattle. And fed the sows. Gathered eggs and milked the cows. They fished from boats out on the seas. Raised wheat and nuts and honeybees. Thank the ones who packed the crates, sorted boxes, checked the weights. Thank the drivers on the roads in their trucks with heavy loads. And all the clerks at all the stores who did the grocery selling chores. Thank the ones who bought the food, Thank the ones who teach me gratitude. Sitting at this meal we share, we are grateful and aware, sending thanks upon the air. To those workers everywhere. The end. Okay, so that book was all about understanding and having gratitude for where our food comes from before it makes the long journey to our dinner plate. Now we're gonna go find Mindy, and she is gonna guide us through how we can make our very own seed tape at home. And if you are wondering and would like to do this activity at home by yourself, you can also find the directions for how to make a seed tape in the back of this book that I just read to you all. And like I said, this book can be found in our Family Green Living Kit. All right, so now let's go find Mindy.
Hi, my name is Mindy Hannock, and I am the Community and School Garden Coordinator for IFAS, Sarasota County Extension. And today I'm here to share with you a seed tape activity. You can find the directions for this activity right in the Sustainable Living Kit at the local library. And the seeds that we're going to be using for this activity, as supplies last, you would also be able to find at your local library. This year it's the salad mix, and we usually change it every year, but you'd likely be able to use almost any small seed for this activity that we're going to do today. So one of the reasons I'm really excited to do the seed tape activity with you is it's sustainable in that you're going to be using fewer seeds than if you were trying to plant these directly in your garden. And that's because these seeds are very tiny. And you'll see what I mean in just a moment. Do you see how tiny these seeds are? Each packet has almost 100 seeds in it. And so if you're out in the garden, in the soil and the dirt, these seeds blend in. So it's hard to control how you're sowing your seeds. So this activity is especially fun in the summer when it's warmer outside and some of these crops don't want to grow in the summer, but you can make your seed tape and then store it for when you're ready to do your fall planting. And do that right in the comfort of your own home. And most of the materials you have at home. So you can use, what you're looking for is some form of biodegradable paper, like toilet paper works great. It's designed for that very thing about degrading. You can use some other biodegradable paper, but this is probably one of the ones that breaks down the fastest. And you want it to do that so that way when your seeds are growing in your garden, they're able to germinate. They don't have paper blocking them. So you can also use glue, a non-toxic glue, because this is going to be your food. You can also make your own glue with things like flour and water or cornstarch and water. Those are ways you can make glue on your own. If you're going to use any heating, make sure you reach out and get some help from an adult. A ruler, because it helps us measure where we're putting our seeds. And then an applicator. These seeds are so teeny, you can use tweezers, or I'm going to put glue on the end of these. This is just somebody put this in my coffee cup, and so it seemed very convenient. You can use the tip of a pencil, a small paintbrush. This is just a marker, so we can mark on here what kind of seeds we have. And then here's our one seed packet. You're welcome to use other seeds for this activity, but while supplies last, you can find one seed available at your local library as well in Sarasota County. So for this activity, you'll see what we end up with is a lot of seeds taped, basically glued to toilet paper, making it seed tape. And so I can actually roll this right up and label it. This was about 2 feet, because on my packet of instructions, I gave enough seeds for 2 feet of planting, but you don't have to do a full 2 feet. And then this is salad mix. So I'm gonna write on with my marker, salad mix. So if I store this, later on, I can pull this out of my dry, cool place, out of storage, and when I'm ready to plant, and then I know what seeds they are, because a lot of seeds look the same, and I can unfurl it and plant it right in the garden and cover it lightly with soil, because I only need 1/8 of an inch of soil on top of these seeds. And the cool part is, because this is white toilet paper, I will be able to see how much soil I'm putting on top very easily. So to make the tape, we're gonna do just about 1 foot right now. So I have a ruler, and I can just see how easy it is to work with toilet paper. So I have about 1 foot. And the other cool thing is the toilet paper actually measures about 4 inches, and these seeds, it says on here to sow them in a 2 to 4-inch band. So what that means is I'm going to scatter seeds, and I can either do it in 2-inch area or in a 4-inch area. I'm going to do 2 inches. So you'll see me putting seeds mostly on this half of the toilet paper. And to do this, I am going to open the glue. That's handy. And my glue container is pretty full, so I get to just put a little bit of glue on my applicator. And again, you can use something like this, or you can use a pencil. And I'm just going to pick up a seed, and I'm going to put it right there. And I can do that again, and put that right there. Or you can put your glue down in different spots. And I kind of work a little bit in a diagonal because I want the plants to have their own space. So the cool thing with this salad mix is it gives you a lot of greens that you can harvest, and you leave some of the plant. So you can come along with small scissors and cut off some of the leaves and have a little salad or a little crunch put on your sandwich. And if you keep taking care of your plants, they'll keep growing and you can keep harvesting. You can do that about 3 or 4 times with this mix. And then eventually they're gonna try to flower. Now, you don't have to do it like that. My glue might start drying faster than I work. So, but if you have small hands, this is a great activity for you. So this is one of the reasons this is a great activity with kids, because they have small fingers and they do this very well. And we have a lot of people that want to do plantings in very late spring when the crops that grow change season in Florida. And so if you're really wanting to engage in a gardening activity, but you know you might not be able to take care of plants all summer in the heat, this is something that you can do inside and you still feel like you're gardening. So you can see here we finished sowing almost a foot of seeds on our seed tape. And I can basically fold this over and roll it up and label it. And like I said, as long as you're storing it, you know, preferably use it within a few months. Some seeds can store longer than that if they're in a dry, cool place. And if you put on their salad mix, then you remember what it was. And then I would still keep my seed packet, so then that way I remember I'm only going to put 1/8 inch of soil on top, very little. And this activity is really fun. You can use it with any small seeds, whether it's like radishes, carrots, your small brassicas like the salad mix. It's lots of fun. Really big seeds that are easier to plant might be too big to hold on with a glue to your toilet paper. So I hope that you have fun playing with your own seed activity. You'll find it in the back of the book, and you can experiment and try using glue, cornstarch glue, what kind of things you like using as an applicator, what kind of things you like using as a biodegradable paper. Lots of experimenting that you can do while you make your seed tape. So thank you so much for joining me for this activity. And if you live within Sarasota County and you're visiting one of the local libraries, for usually about half the year, fall through spring, and they may still have some out there, you would find the one seed where it has the seed packet. And if you find us with one seed online, there may be instructions or blogs and other things where you can learn more about the crop that we selected. So, and thank you so much for our libraries for partnering with us for the kit and for our how we distribute our seeds, and I hope to see you again.
Thank you so much, Mindy, for showing us how we can make our very own seed tape at home. And thank you all for joining us here today for this video. Bye!